Now, when you talk of some of the cities that NEO is doing exceptionally well in China, I don't think you can leave out cities like Beijing and Shanghai. I mean, Beijing, the numbers just came out, and as seen on the screen, NEO sold for the month of July around 801 ES6 models. This is the number of the best selling model of NEO, or the number of units that NEO sold from their best model. It gives you, or it shows you how well NEO is doing, because in terms of the total sales that the city generated, NEO it came at position 8 with 801 vehicles, which is just lower than SU7 or Xiaomi SU7, which had 804 sales. So this is something that is pretty exciting, something that is pretty decent. There are other models that NEO show sold in Beijing, but these are just showing top 20 of the top best-selling brands in Beijing. So this is something that once again shows us that NEO is doing a great job in Beijing. NEO continues to do very well in Beijing, and therefore we are to expect it to continue doing well even in the months to come. Onvo is penetrating, or we are going to see Onvo also penetrating the streets of the city of Beijing, and I expect it also to do very well there. I mean, NEO is a company that is doing exceptionally well, and it continues attracting a lot of consumers wanting to come and buy NEO because of battery swapping stations, because of so many chargers that which they have deployed. I mean, if you are driving any other brand or any other EV model in China, and wherever you go, you are just seeing NEO chargers, NEO chargers. So that will lead into you thinking about the kind of a company NEO is in terms of infrastructure, and chances are your next car, or you will think along the lines of having maybe or owning a NEO car, because you see that they've got quite decent enough infrastructure also. I mean, just today we were seeing, or we read a story once again of someone who was test driving a gas car, but as they were test driving that car because they wanted to buy that gas car, they came across the NEO ET7 and they fell in love. And guess what? As I'm doing this video, that person or that lady just recently bought her NEO ET7. This is an incredible story. This is a very good story which shows you the kind of cars NEO is making. I mean, if she was test driving already the car which she thought she was going to buy, and all of a sudden when she met the NEO car, she then changed her mind. This tells you the kind of quality of cars that NEO is making. This tells you the kind of quality, the kind of cars NEO is producing. And I'm happy to see this kind of a story, and I think it's pretty amazing. It's pretty good to see stories like this. I mean, just this week we're talking about a story or another story of a guy who just switched or just swapped off his old Audi for a NEO, which shows you once again that NEO is a company that is doing extremely well. I think the guy went to buy the NEO ET5. We discussed it also on this channel, which shows you that each and every time we're going to get stories like these, stories of people falling in love with NEO cars, of people changing their minds from buying other brands and coming to want to buy NEO cars, because NEO cars are stylish. NEO cars are just out of this world. Like I say, even when you're owning other EV cars and you go all over the streets of China, you are charging your car, wherever you go you find NEO chargers. Tell me what that will do to your mind. It will tell you that NEO, it is the company with most of the chargers, because almost everywhere you go you find their chargers, and therefore your next car, your next EV car will be the car with most charging infrastructure in China, right? Because it will be easier for you to locate this because of their apps. I know, yes, NEO has been doing strategic partnerships that allows the other brands to integrate their chargers into their apps, but let's face it, me, if they say I own an EV car, or this car is an EV car, and wherever I'm charging this car, I'm seeing NEO chargers, or I'm seeing NEO charging stations, my next car with no doubt is going to be a NEO, because I know when it comes to infrastructure, they are very, very big and massive. So I suppose the future looks bright for NEO. Things are looking well for NEO. In some of the cities like Beijing, Shanghai, NEO continues to do very well there. and chances are they are going to continue doing well even in the months, even in the years to come. And therefore, those that are thinking NIO is going to bankruptcy, they need to think again, because sales are talking for themselves. The kind of sales that NIO is scooping each and every city all over China tells you where NIO could be in the near future. Otherwise, with all that, I just thought I'd just give you this quick update. Tell me what you think about this. I think these are bullish news. These are great news. And therefore, those that are persevering throughout the headwinds of the stock price, share price, are definitely going to be rewarded with time. Otherwise, that's all from me. I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. And God bless you all.